Welcome back, everyone. This is Everyone Loves Pirates, and this is going to be a Legends kind of view of our Dwarf Fortress of Lanternabyss. So we had Woo Monkey become queen, and that got me thinking about, okay, what's happened so far? What was the setup? This should have been really in like that first 0 episode or a 0.5. I don't know. But I saved off the save as a separate save and killed the fortress. Not killed it, but basically ended it so that we could go into Legends mode. And I'm also using part of the starter pack, previously known as the Lazy Noob pack, to read Legends. So I exported as much as I could of Legends. It's not fully implemented, but I'm using the Legends viewer of our save. And it's nicer to look at than this. So I mean, we can do that. We can look at historical figures, and we can even search. We can filter. Luckily, Woob is easy to do, and we can see that she's one of the first of her kind. Blah 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 blah. Now, luckily, a lot of this can also be seen in here, which is just prettier. So if we look at that, it's the same information. It's just easier to read, though depending on the resolution you're viewing this at, maybe it's not. So our society. Let's look at just in general. Let's look at now. Let's do it in here. This is a little prettier. So if we look at our civs and entities, our main civ is the Bold Manor, but the Roof of Scars is the group of people. In early spring, the Roof of Scars of 5 of the Bold Manor. So they're part of the Bold Manor founded Lanternabyss. And we can go look at Lanternabyss, and we can see that it's here. And if we went back, it actually a lot of times it'll kind of show like where we started from. So if we look at the Bold Manor, you see that it went from here was the main society, and we were the first basically a colony that's over here. So in year 1, it had the dwarf Kivish League Roughness, excuse me, as king, and then now obviously we have Doc Woo Monkey Lovely Letter as queen 4 years later. So he must have died. Let's look at him. So he killed the Forgotten Beast Aquila in 3. Wow. And there was a rampage, beast attack, rampage in Bright Paints. So Bright Paints is basically one of the parts of the main society over here. Which was attacked multiple times by the goblins. The blue is the goblins, and the moral seduction is the goblin society. But if we go back, we can look at that first king, and we can see kind of what he was good at. He was great at encrusting gems, and pacifying he was quite good at as well. He was very good with talking and stuff. He was competent with a mace, but that was about it, despite the fact that he killed that great Forgotten Beast Aquila. So in early autumn, he attacked the elf. Always good to attack the elf. Genius Leopards in a duel as part of this war. So the very first war our society had, I believe, was Crazy War. Called Crazy War, the Crazy War. And the elves attacked us. The elves, the True Dust, attacked us in this field of the Magical Forest. And Amitha Brown Desert led the attack. The defenders were led by the dwarf Savash Rider Towns, which was a female dwarf, not the king, but was the basically if we look, I don't know if it'll actually give us their job there, but did have some military persuasion. It was involved in multiple battles actually. But if we go back, this Crazy War, they had 9 kills, the elves. We had 17 kills, and we won the battle and the war. We being the dwarves. So basically, it started off with this attack, and the elf Alyssa Rainskill was struck down by static Inky Winners in the Magical Forest. And then League Roughness attacked Genius Leopards in a duel. That was our king. So they had a duel, basically, which I think is pretty cool. The two kings kind of facing off in a duel. And he also basically won. So it attacked and fought in this duel, and while defeated, the later escaped unscathed. And that basically ended the war. They had a peace concord, and all was well. After that, he attacked the Forgotten Beast in a duel as part of the rampage of Kavish in Bright Paints. So there was a rampage just by this Forgotten Beast, and it was killed by our king. See, this is why I love Dwarf Fortress. All this cool stuff that happened even before we started playing the game. And he killed it. And then he was beheaded by the goblin Fela Throne Wandered in the Mist of Trust of Monsters in Bright Pains. Oh, sorry, that's her whole name. Wow. Fela Throne Wandered, the Misty Trust of Monsters. So they attacked in the conquest of Bright Paints as a result of the Steamy attack, which was part of the Conflict of Wrath. So if you look at the Conflict of Wrath, we have the Barbarian Trade, or the Moral Seduction, attacked as this kind of big thing. And unfortunately, a lot of stuff didn't quite get, actually not too much here, just those there. So this was kind of like the Greater War. But if we look at the Steamy attack, which was the main attack, they took it to our manor, Bold Manor, and they had 29 losses, and we had 19 losses. The leader who led the defense, Savage Rider Towns, died, as well as these two people here. And the goblins lost quite a few people as well, more actually. And the demon, so it was led by a demon. Ouch, they had demons on their side. Horrible. But at some point, our king got beheaded, unfortunately. So that's all the cool stuff that we have in here. So if we look at the Bold Manor again, we can see all these different wars. Unfortunately, this Conflict of Wrath ended with the goblins winning. And what happened was this went through late autumn, and as this went on, that's when we left, right? So they're like, okay, well, this looks like a horrible, battle, this horrible war is happening. Let's send off a colony, and hopefully the colony will live. And that's when, what was it called again? Where'd it go? Anyways, that's when our little part of the Bold Manor left to found Lanternabyss. So where is sites Lanternabyss? So we were full in Rufus Scars. That's what it was. Now we were part of one battle as well, and we had the battle. The Mortal Seduction again attacked us. The Rufus Scars in the Bold Manor at Lanternabyss. Maybe we did name it Rufus Scars. I always forget about what I named our group before they left. In the Squash Onslaught as part of the Squash Conflict. So that was the Greater War, and this was the battle. If we look at the battle, we'll see that they really only had one attacker. They had the guy who led the attack and killed our animals, probably. And we had 19 members and no losses. But if we go back and we look at the Greater War, I clicked on the same thing, didn't I? It's part of the Squash Conflict. We'll see that we won. We were the victor because we didn't let them in and they didn't get through our defenses. So that's all the kind of really cool stuff that we have going on here. I think it's a lot of fun. I enjoy looking at this kind of stuff. And there's a whole heck of a lot more. Kind of forget what I was looking at some of it on my own. I was like, I got to show you guys this. Now I've forgotten pretty much what all the stuff was that I was looking at. But we have all these different conquests of Bright Paints, and it was really, it's a rough little thing we've been part of. So they've colonized closer to us as well, and then attacked from there to our main mother mountain home. If we look at just the summary, there we go. If we look at the world stats. Okay, so here's the Bold Manor. The us. The true dusk is the elves. The mortal seduction is the goblins. Then we have the humans, or the Confederacy of Business, which makes quite a bit of sense. I don't want to look too far in there because I don't want to see spoilers, but we can show the map and we can see what's happened so far. So we can see that they have colonized over here. We still have the elves over here. We have colonized out this way, away from the goblins. And the humans are just kind of hanging out over here and growled conflict. We see they have 51 humans, 11 yaks, 10 goats. These are things we can buy from them if they ever come to us. Look at all those cavies. We took some of their cavies and llamas and other things when they came over. Ooh, they have leopards and jaguars. Cool. We might buy some of those. Make war jaguars. But we can toggle all the different sites as well. The civs, the wars that have happened. So you can see how they've attacked out that way. That was the most recent war, I guess. I don't know. Year 1, year 10, maybe? Not sure. Battles have happened in all these places. It's hard to see those circles, isn't it? Alternate map. I don't know what that is, but zoom in. So I think it's a lot of cool stuff that you can do. And that's probably about it. I don't know if there's anything else worth showing. Couldn't really find out what happened. So the queen, came over here as in the first set of people that we had come over, whatever they're called, migration wave, migrants, and just became queen. And we can look at that and all this ugly stuff as well. So we had so she came over, where we go? Early summer, she settled in the Lanternabyss and then became a member of our society, the Roof of Scars, and became a chief medical dwarf. Became the broker, became the fish cleaner, ceased to become the broker. I found a new broker, and then became queen of the Bold Manor. So they needed a queen. We also look, she's an ardent worshiper of Ather Saffron Copper. Let's see if we can find that. So that's a deity. Yeah, there we go. That works. It's a deity that occurs in the myths of the Bold Manor. Most depicted as a female dwarf, associated spheres rainbows. Okay. I don't know if the chart has anything to do there. And if we also look at the Dwarf Therapist, which isn't loaded because I'm out of the game. If we look at Koothting, is also a deity, also depicted as a female dwarf. Associated spheres, gambling, games, luck, and balance. Interesting. To me. Maybe not you guys, but really I could spend a lot of time in here and actually already have. Just seeing what else is going on. I mean, we can look at all the different regions in the game. Like we could find, was it the Turquoise Forest? No. Some sort of forest. The magical forest, right? Yeah, so that's where that war took place. So really only one death there. 25 people battled though. You can also look at we can look at the human civilization, Confederacy of Business. Over here, we can see everything that happened with them. Here's the different people they worship. We could have done that with Bold Manor too, huh? Have to do with mountains, jewels. All these things are very very dwarfy on top. Minerals, metals, jewels, trade. These maybe not quite as much. Remarkable skull, rulership, and suicide. Lovely. But if we go back to Confederacy of Business, we can kind of see what's gone on there. Not a whole lot. We got, see, some of the stuff doesn't always export, and we can check that out in the game, but only really need to do that when you absolutely have to see something. We could also look at the moral seduction. These are our goblin friends. See the wars that they did, but we see all the places they founded. The Shadow of Forever. A reclaimed. Ooh. The Field Scar Shadow of Forever. Interesting. Wow. 490 bats. In early 5, they launched an expedition to reclaim it, and they did. Did not take very long. There's Misty Trust of Monsters. This is a nasty goblin. An old goblin, too. Born in negative 263. Wow. Okay, well, I think that's enough of that. It's kind of trailed off, and I've run out of specific things I wanted to show you guys. But hopefully that was kind of interesting. Shows some of the depth and really cool stuff that you can do in Dwarf Fortress, and all the crazy stuff that's going on in the backgrounds, and all these societies, all these entities, all these civilizations will be doing stuff while we're playing. And maybe we'll check it out in another few years or something and see, you know, check the map and see where else people have done and gone and done things. So thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you all in the next real episode where we'll continue to play Dwarf Fortress Lanternabyss.